Going to show you how to make breadsticks here. Going to take two 12-inch dough balls. See what he's doing with that dough scraper, getting the rest of that excess dough off there. Otherwise it gets stuck and it's double work. You're going to have to try really hard to get it off. Going to take those dough balls, put them in the corn mill. Make sure there's enough corn meal on them, flip them. Then throw it in through the top of the dough sheeter, only through the top. You'll see that on the next one again, only through the top. We're not going to throw it through the bottom of the dough sheeter. Just through the top. Then we're going to put it on the cutting board there. We're going to add flour. Going to smooth the flour out. Make sure that there's enough everywhere. We're going to fold over the dough, then stretch it. We're going to pull at the corners. Try to make it into a rectangle. We don't want it too stretched, otherwise we have really skinny breadsticks. So you want to make sure it's still thick enough, probably about the size of the cutting board. So I was going to show you here again. Hold the stretch, flip it up, about the size of the cutting board. And the dough kind of stretch back and kind of shrink up a little bit. So then he's going to take the cutter here. I believe it's 7 cuts. Is going to make 8 breadsticks. So make sure they're, you know, ½ inch thick or whatnot. You can kind of tell, and we'll definitely show you once you get your hands on them. Then pinch the edges right there on those last 2. They're always a little sharp, and I don't want them poking through the bread bags. So make sure that those last 2 breadsticks on each side, one on each side, that we pinch the edges in, because they're really sharp usually especially when they get cooked. Right here's the tricky part. They're going to slide them off right there, and then make sure that they're not sticking together. You know, it might take an extra 5-10 seconds, but you got to make sure they're not sticking together. We don't want them coming out all sticking together or whatnot. So we're going to make sure we put it all the way into the oven so that they don't come out too soft. He's using that clamp. Got to use that clamp. And when he takes it off, put the edge down, then flip it up. They'll all fall down. You may have one kind of scatter out there. And then make sure that there's 8 in each pile. So you'll see him count them. Kind of pull them apart there, because they're going to get stuck in that tray. The tray's pretty tight, but it's not too bad. It's pretty quick, as you can see. Going to take the garlic butter. With those brushes, I want to make sure that you get the edges. The edges need to be cooked or buttered really well. I don't want the edges poking through bags, and also the customer having a hard edge when they bite in as their first bite. You know, you want it to have that good garlic butter with a Parmesan taste that they got going in. So you can see them here Parmesaning, throwing on some Parmesan onto the breadsticks. Going to take the spatula, put it at an angle here. That paper's in like a diamond shape. It's normally, you know, it's a square, so just take the edges, almost like the tips of a diamond, and then fold the bottom under. You don't want any butter coming out and getting in that bag and then leaking all over someone's car. So going to fold that edge under, and then make sure here when you're folding the bag, you get a nice smooth crease at the top so it stays nice and shut and keeps the heat in. Same thing here again. Just one piece of wax paper. We don't want any waste. So just one piece of wax paper, just fold the bottom under, grab it with your finger, put it in the bag, and then again, crease the top of the brown paper bag. And then you're going to take those, you're going to throw them in the warmer when you're done with them, and we'll move on from there.